We're going to go over footage from yesterday. So we're back on track. Sunday stream for Saturday footage. We got one or two people with us.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Cole, one of our purple belts, welcoming you, Mike.
Yes. Yeah. I'm unfamiliar.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. I didn't get to roll with Jordan yesterday. Yeah, I think he pieced out a little early.
Yeah, I got to train with, I think, second round, maybe.
Okay. He's looking hungry. Wants to take Max to task here. I've got Alex shooting in some singles on me. Got
yeah, he's always game to stand. Yeah.
Yeah, which I'm very happy about. I could tell Alex is working on like setting up a single leg. He seems to be favoring that as a takedown, which is good. I like to see you guys zeroing in on something and just working it. Even when it fails. Right now he's got me kind of 4-pointed up. Just hand fighting here to stay safe until I can get back out.
Jordan on a nice guillotine started off. I really like how he shifted his head over to the right side. He does Danaher calls it the I can't remember.
Center line shift.
Shift. Yeah, center line shift. I don't know. He's got all sorts of names and stuff for him. But you'll see him drive over to the right hand side here in a second.
So yeah, he's got to get that right arm through deeper. In order to do that, what Mike's saying, he's got to bring his head to this side of Max's spine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it falls to the right side.
Finish. Yeah.
Throws that left leg up.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, it's even his grip is kind of interesting. It's almost more like a rear naked choke grip.
I'm actually, I would be curious. I don't think he's on right now, but I'd like to know whether it was arm in.
Yeah, it looks like it is. I don't see Max's arm coming around the body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Good finish.
Probably tuck the chin in really tight.
Andre and Cooper. And I think we got David
and Danny over there. Yeah.
And I think Luke and Daniel started off underneath the camera there. Yeah.
So Max shooting in on these single legs, but not much of a setup to them. I think he's just kind of hinging at the hip, getting the leg, and then hoping for the best. Right? We know that's not the best way to go about doing this. I'd like to see Max cutting around to the side, or barreling through. Like if you're gonna stay up the center with anybody, you're gonna have to blast through them. That's why they call them blast doubles. If you're going for a double leg, don't want to let your opponent stay still. Cole coming in and shoving Ben. What's up, James?
What's up, James?
You're right.
Santa Claus emoji.
You're right here, Perp Daddy.
Yeah.
Come on. Wake up, dude. What do I get on Alex here? Oh, just actually, Danny and I were talking about this earlier. An inside trip. This is an O-Uchi Gari. So really deep step in, reap the leg away from the inside, and then get the takedown. Andre doing some standing leg break in there.
Yeah. Ben's in some dangerous waters here with Cole.
Yeah. Yeah, but Ben is, see, right there. He's
very nimble.
He's so good at switching to the side on that, either with a hip switch or just a good based cartwheel pass. Here, I mean, he's got his head low, hand to the mat. He probably has this hand on the mat too.
I would imagine.
Elevates his hips and then quickly brings him right back down. And then once he's past the knee, he knows he's good to go.
Yeah. Yeah, that was solid.
Meanwhile, Max trying to make his way to mount, but Jordan gets a knee up the middle, work into an Arimiyashi. And Max not panicking through this. Doing good.
Yeah. Jordan getting out of dodge and resetting.
Meanwhile, Andre has made his way to the back. Let's go back real quick just to see how he got there. Since it is rear mount week. Okay,
yeah. From the mount. I think he got around the legs by going straight into mount.
Yeah, and you can see Cooper's elbow is hidden. It's most likely past Andre's center line at this point, so Andre has an easy chair sit back take. Then he's right in on it to the body triangle. Danny looking for a ninja roll here or something, maybe. Just kind of giving up his back a little bit. He's not too terribly unsafe here, but he gets that leg hooked, sets up the figure four, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty much it's kind of there. He's taking a sweet time getting to it. David's able to
get stuck there. Yeah.
Now Danny's a little twisted up, but he has an opportunity to attack the leg. Good reaction from David though. Trying to keep his leg back, not letting Danny dig on it or set up like an outside ashi or get an Achilles grip on it.
Jordan in on the head again.
Just throwing Max around by the neck.
Guillotine. Mounted guillotine. Yep.
Yeah.
And those are arm in, Jordan. That's the second one. It looked like the first one was also an arm in.
Yeah. What are you doing, Jordan? Yeah, that one's definitely arm in.
It almost looks like a Darce. See how deep that right arm is through?
Yeah. What's the deal, Jordan? Is it Darce or arm in guillotine?
What's up, Ben?
What's going on, Ben? We were just singing the praises of your bass.
Yeah.
And watching you hop around Cole's guard.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah, yesterday was tough. Today was no better.
No.
It was 3 black belts, a purple belt, and Mitchell.
Yeah.
Just trying to set up the
Did you wind up
get the grip deep enough.
Yeah.
Got it.
Did you finish? Was that a reset or did you finish?
Been collecting some arms here. Yeah, Ben, I hear you're interested in competing, which we're very stoked about.
Yes.
We need to start getting some other hype going for the Naga in November, which we'll talk about for sure.
Yeah.
And bring up to the rest of the class. I just want to look at a takedown I had on Alex here. So, all coming from
the
overtie snap. So, collar tie by Alex, overtie by me right there. And then where's my other hand grip? Because I need to look at this a lot more. So I'm not even gripping his other arm. I'm sorry, the same side arm. I'm gripping with the I've got the wrist grip. He ditches the collar tie, so I just snap him down. So it wasn't even really an overtie at that point. I'm just snapping. I switched my grip there to that hand. It was on his right hand before, and now I can start running to the back. He's leaning pretty heavy towards me, so I just kind of kick his leg out from underneath him, take him down. It's a little bit of improv on my part. That's not really a standard approach to that.
It was nice though.
Yeah, I'll take it. Got me to a Katagatame, so I don't know if I get it though. Yeah, I think I just take the back on it. I couldn't get my bicep to his neck. Oh, you didn't miss anything, Cole. Don't worry. You're still on bottom. What's Luke doing over there? Some sudden movement from Luke and Daniel. Daniel looking for double underhook pass on the legs. Cole looking for a wrong way triangle setup there. Briefly switching to the shoulder crunch. Daniel getting safe and now past the guard.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough to triangle him. Once you throw those legs up, he's pretty much gonna just shuck them by.
Yeah.
I told Jordan we were gonna start down because of his knees.
And
He said
no.
why? Yeah. I said, okay.
Ben coming to dance. I had a really good takedown on Ben that I'm looking forward to seeing. I hope it's on camera. At least I felt good about it. Ben may have given it to me for all I know, but Alex a little better with the takedown entry here. But this kind of goes back to what I was saying about Max. This is where I want to see you blasting through your opponent. This is a blast double without the blast, and not a good one. Just because he's up the center. Like if he was on the side and had Cole's legs like this and could run across him, Cole's probably going down with this, try to re-roll, whatever. But since he's right up the center, he has to continue driving through him. Go look up Jordan Burroughs if you want to like just study what a proper blast double looks like and what you can do with it. But yeah, getting in front of your opponent, underneath him, and then letting something like that happen is not the ideal outcome. Yeah, that's a takedown.
There you go.
I see this. So I get this near side underhook. Ben's got a whizzer on me. I go down to the tight waist grip. And then I just noticed Ben's leg really close to my foot, or his foot close to my foot. So very good opportunity for an ankle pick. Come down on the pick, and then I'm walking him. I'm pulling him backwards at the waist and rotating him down for the finish. So one more time. Ankle pick and turn, and then putting him down. That was cool. When I got that on Ben, I was like, oh my god.
He's so
I know how to wrestle.
So tough to take down.
Yeah.
What's up, Joe?
What's up, dude? At the end of me and Andre's round, we had a really nice scramble. It was way farther.
I had a quick Uchimata on Jordan there, but kind of. I can't remember. I think I had the underhook on him. I can't remember. I had the underhook.
Got that post 80cc glow for these moves.
Yeah. So I can't remember who was the one that would tell us about the judo.
That was Pinball.
Pinball. Like I dedicate a lot of my Uchimatas now to him because of the way that he talked about driving the hip towards the
far leg,
the posted leg. Yeah, and you could kind of see it here, and that's kind of what I was taking advantage of. Is I'm literally just trying to connect my hip to his far hip instead of lifting the leg as much. So all I do is get his leg up just a little bit, and then I drive in, and then I lift the leg further.
That's a detail I wish I hadn't forgotten. I need to revisit that.
It's kind of like a hip check, you know, like when somebody goes in and shoots from your legs, and you can kind of just drive your hip in.
Yeah, Aries is really good at that.
No kidding. Yeah, he friggin' almost broke my shoulder, I feel like, or my collarbone a couple of times with that.
Danny and Andre looking a little sloppy there. Danny had an opportunity. He had like Andre's arm up, but.
What's up, Sean?
What's going on, bruh? Currently on a 3-stream streak. I don't know if you could see that, but we could see that.
I can.
Thank you for tuning in, Sean.
Yeah,
appreciate you, bruh. Respect you, bro.
I almost got taken over by Jordan on that one. That was a really good.
I feel like that would like open up a black hole in space-time if Jordan took you over with that move. Dude. Considering you take everybody over with that move.
I do. See how biased I knew it too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just wasn't anticipating him being able to do that. But you could see this is a good opportunity for him to do that because you could see how off I am, right? My right hip is sunk down so low and I'm turned to the left. I have no post.
Yeah.
And especially since I'm going for the north-south choke here to try and sink that in a little bit deeper, I can't use my right arm.
Then meanwhile, Andre almost
What's up,
getting
Veronica?
a similar move on Danny, and taking his back from it just about. Danny's safe, but right here Andre just about gets the jump on it, and now Danny switches down, I think, to a leg entanglement.
Into a knee bar, yeah.
Yeah, Danny doesn't have the left knee in a good position. His left knee in a good position, but the thought was there.
I wanted Jordan's back here so bad, and he was not letting that happen at all. He does a really good job of keeping his back flat on the mat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And getting his arms safe.
Ben, you said I had some slick takedowns, but that was not one of them. Just pulling you on top of me, sitting underneath you, doing nothing with it. What I was trying to do here was get like a Sasai move where you see me stepping. Actually, not even a Sasai, really just almost a lateral drop. I mean, it's like over under. If you can believe it, I just had trouble moving Ben, so it didn't work. And then now I'm like, I think I like laughed. I was like, well, that didn't go as planned. So scramble up, get shoved into the wall. Cole and mount on Alex. Crank? What's a crank? What got cranked? Oh, Ben just about had me.
That was slick. Did you see how quick he was to just give that collar tie straight to that Dayashi?
Yeah.
That was like second nature for him.
Good wizard pressure here too, like setting everything up.
Absolutely.
And then such a quick setup from the stand on that. So here he'll switch to a collar tie with his right hand, and then look to what he's doing with the leg though.
Yep. Boom. That was crazy.
I honestly don't know how I didn't get put down from that, because it was
good balance. That was good recovery too.
Maybe I had to run from him to stay safe. What's up, Deathcore? Where is he? Oh, here we go. Look in here. Oh, awesome.
We went over
kicking Luke in the head there on this watch.
Oh.
This is what's even funnier about this is Danny sees them right here. Danny knows they're there. He goes, well, they better move. Turns around and just shins Luke in his already cut open cranium.
Yeah, but his eye, they kicked him in the back of the head.
So, I about poked Luke in the eye so bad today.
Did you?
Yeah, like because
fighting off legs or what?
He started to wrestle up, and I went to just post on his head, and I felt my finger go like it touched his cut, but my fingers went limp and just sucked back towards my palm because I knew what was happening. I'm like, oh my god. It was a scary moment, but no blood, so we're good. What's up, Deathcore? We're just chilling, getting back to it. Mike's been traveling all around the world.
Yeah.
Now he's back on a Sunday to join us, and to look at himself submitting Jordan with an armbar.
Yeah, this was the only back submission I could get because this was the closest to the back I could even attempt to. He actually rolled through, so we went over this day. Luke taught about basically the importance of misaligning your back in order to prevent the back take and also to escape, and this was the closest I could get to it. So I just went around, got into that dorsal Kimura position, and instead of being as he turtled, I just threw my right leg over top of the hip here,
pulled him
and
back,
then I got my left leg. Yep.
And I could kind of see your thought process too here. So because I think you're looking to go to 3/4.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the cross side leg in place. You're thinking about driving the body side leg through here.
Yep.
But you go, oh, you know what? I'm just going to keep that elbow close to the body. So you cross your ankles in front, and then you go on the grip break from there. Now that
exactly
that grip is no longer strong here, it's a little weakened like this. Now Mike goes to attack at the actual grip itself. You notice not using his hands, but using his forearm. and sliding up Jordan's forearm to disrupt the grip, to get the grip broken, and then onto the tap. Alex said that. Did he say that when you were here, smashing your chest against his face, or? Oh, okay. It looks like he cranks him here a little bit. I mean, I'm all for talking shit, especially
Absolutely.
to Cole.
100%.
And especially when he is in mount on a dominant position and I am in trouble. I do it all the time. Only difference is I can get out of it or I can suffer through it without tapping. I don't recommend Alex doing that, or anybody for that matter. But yeah, just be careful playing that game. Yeah, we watch Joe do it on a pretty much a weekly basis. It's like, you could do it, it's just gonna hurt and you're gonna be tired. And you might have trouble breathing for a couple days.
Yeah.
Depending on the accuracy of the smash. See, Cole actually trying to work a little bit of inversion to regard here. Alex is doing a good job controlling Cole's hips as he does that. Like, Cole's getting his hips really high, trying to basically sit back to guard, but Alex controls the hips and the legs.
That was good. I haven't seen you work that, Cole.
Yeah.
I'd like you to add that into your game.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking that that's not characteristic of Cole's guard retention, but it's an excellent technique. Some guys of all sizes can use. It's like Alex just kind of gave up there.
He just rolled right off. And that's why you use hooks.
And here I'm just waiting for the time where Ben will leave me alone. And then Cooper,
Ben next.
Cooper immediately comes over and calls me out. Cole almost gets the turn on Daniel here. Bro, it is 8:24.
Dude, maybe he gets up early.
Whatever.
Later, man. Have a good night.
I don't think anybody does. See you, Jordan. That's right. That's right, Cole. Oh, I just want to see Ben like skip over your attempt at a Sumigashi.
He damn near does. Yeah. Every time now. And my shoulder crunches.
Yeah. Daniel making his way to mount here.
That looks pretty miserable. I was there later this night.
Get a little triangle bar on Cooper over there. So, actually, no, it was a dead orchard, which, if you guys have no idea what that is, it's because we hardly ever say that term. That's primarily a 10th Planet move popularized by Nathan Orchard out of 10th Planet. It's a triangle position, so you can see my legs kind of figure forward here, kind of a loose one too, not the ideal one, but it's a triangle with both arms still in, so you've got them like this, right, super tight, and you can strangle them there, or you reach for an arm bar and extend, which is what I do to Coop. So he's got both arms in. I don't have one arm in, one arm out, but I've got a tight enough grip and his arms extended high enough above his head to work with it. Yeah, Ben just about cartwheels over you. Cole trying real hard to get out of Daniel's mount here. Daniel moving to modified mount, seeking a back take possibly. I don't know. Daniel's very vocal about how back takes aren't part of his game typically, but maybe he's trying to work on that. Andre doing a little bit of barrel rolling to get his guard back against David.
Where are they at? All
They're
right?
under this, under the screen there. So Andre's turtled up right now. And then kind of a Makikomi a little bit. Actually, no, not really,
Mm-hmm.
because David's on that side that Andre rolls to. So Andre's maybe closer to like a Granby roll, just trying to,
Over the right shoulder.
yeah, turn back and then get his hips back in. How do you trap his arms there? Are you talking about in the Dead Orchard? I'm assuming. It's not easy, man. So I'm probably not the best person to ask because I've got short legs and I only ever hit this move on, guys with Cooper's build. So Cooper is the one. I'm gonna say he's the one making the mistake that allows me to get to this. In close guard, you'll hear us talking a lot about getting your posture back, not attacking because you extend your arms when you do that. But watch what Cooper does here. As I settle into this closed guard position, look where his arms go. He starts putting them up towards my shoulders. Not my biceps, but my shoulders, right? He's most likely looking for my biceps to get this grip off of his head. But without really clearing those grips and keeping his arms up here, this is what gets him in that position. So I can't take the credit for trapping his arms there. Well, I can take it for trapping. I can't take the credit for putting his arms there. He got them up to a spot where they were in some danger. I just make sure I get my my thighs outside of like his triceps, not trying to go below the shoulder. I need to get up here to keep the arm there when I get to that position. So I see the opportunity, and I climb one leg up, climb the other leg up, and I'll start to you'll see me kind of walk my legs up there. I trap it, and then I move on to the triangle. So it's taking advantage of the what I'll say the mistake, but the position of his arms that I saw. I hope that helps. And honestly, guys like Cooper, if you're, I think we were talking about your build, or so you put your build in like the chat. Somebody did a few weeks ago, but guys like Cooper, tall, slender guys with long limbs, that's where Dead Orchards thrive. Like that is a good move for guys like that. I bet Austin could probably get pretty proficient with those. But you're taking advantage of somebody making a big mistake with their arm placement. Little Irimi-Ashi sweep from you there.
Yeah, I can't remember. Did I enter into the legs or did Bin go for a guard pass and I just caught it?
He went for a guard pass, it looks like.
Oh,
I think. Hold on.
Yeah, so I actually went into butterfly half. So I was playing a low knee shield. I wasn't able to get anywhere with Bin. Here I was trying to give him a little bit of push. And then when I did, oh, okay. I went into a deep half. I went for that far leg. And as I scooped, I slipped my left foot in for a butterfly hook and went straight into the Irimi-Ashi. I just used it for a sweep. I didn't feel like I was going to get a good submission attempt out of it, so I just used it to get up on top.
Daniel's got Cole in a pretty vulnerable spot now. Elbows up above the shoulder line. Looking for the Katagatame, I think. Or no. Yeah, more to the compression choke. Camel clutch sort of position. So dismounts. Keeps that arm isolated way up top. We'll see it here in a second. Cole in basically a Katagatame position, but this is more of an attack on the diaphragm than like a strangle around the neck. So it just gets harder to breathe. Could be a crank component in that too. Very uncomfortable on the neck, uncomfortable on the shoulder possibly. Most likely not enough to tap to that, but all the other stuff adds up. Lich. Hey man, you do it too sometimes.
So notice something that I'm doing here. I don't feel comfortable going into a mount on Bin. So I'm keeping my knee in like a knee on belly type position, just kind of like leg riding on top of him. The reason I'm not going into a mount is because Bin's elbow is very, very close to his hip. And I knew that as soon as I moved my leg across his midline, he was gonna be able to capture it, right? Because I couldn't get his elbow up. So like a lot of times I see people rushing the I I see the people rushing to go into the mount. I would say make sure that that far arm is north, like close to even with their shoulder before you start taking that mount. Otherwise, you're just going to get trapped and have to pass the guard again.
So then you opt to say, man, screw the mount. I'll just go up to
Yep.
attack a Kimura or work from north-south.
I wanted to get to the back since it was back week. I was really pushing to get to the back. And Ben was not having it at all.
Little Haragoshi. Let's set this up. I think I give Coop. Yeah, this was me just trying to copy ADCC stuff. Give Coop the underhook, throw on a Whizzer, and then step across for Haragoshi all the way to the outside, not up the middle like an Uchimata. And then just putting on Whizzer pressure, trying to get Cooper to move forward.
I try to advance to mount if I can, to put more pressure on the face, right, and try and isolate arms and stuff like that. But I'm kind of with you, Sean. Like I tend to hang out in side control and then go into north south because I feel like I have more attack opportunities from there.
Andre just looks like Andre was trying to get to cross Ashi. David was fighting out of it.
Like, screw it, I'm just gonna kick you away.
But I got to go back. We're at 38. Yeah, Daniel told me earlier in his round with Luke, they had a funny moment where they broke physics, and I think it's right here. Not really. Like, was that it? I mean, it's visible. It's just like the angle you're at. It's hard to see how absurd you two look. I think, yeah, it had to have been right there. Only going to be funny to Daniel and me. But Daniel goes to step into the back at this point. And Luke is supporting Daniel. Like, Daniel's like Superman forward. Luke is just on his forearms. And they're like counterbalancing each other as Daniel tries to break him down. I missed it earlier. I totally forgot to look for it. So thanks for reminding me, Daniel. Preferring side over mount. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like, I don't know where I stand on that. If I value one over the other. I guess it's informed by the fact that everybody's bigger than me. So like mount often feels like it can be a real battle to stay put sometimes. Side control offers me opportunity to like change my position and like Mike was saying, like chase down, go to north south. I could camp there if I need to, go back to side control, switch to the other side, whatever. I think I find myself using mount more to get to the back than anything else, which is still valuable. I mean I love getting on the back, so it's valuable in that regard. But attacking from mount, no one ever taps when I try to smother them. My Katagatames are absolutely not my best submission. And Americanas, hardly ever work, if at all. It's better at substrates. Yeah,
same.
I'm probably, I think I'd agree. Probably the same for me. Cole with a nice elbow to the ear. This is sped up, so it's probably not technically a strike. There's an entry to a triangle from side control that I really like that I haven't been able to pull off in a while because I think everybody kind of got wise to it, and like my knee still isn't at the point where I can like execute it well. But when I learned that opened up side control for me, just like as an attacking position, because like Americanas are whatever. Spin around arm bars I think have too much space to like escape.
They're very telegraphed too.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, what are you left with? Kimuras, you know, and then setups from there too, like side triangles and all that. I don't. Yeah, Veronica thrives with Americanas. I don't, so I will continue to talk trash on them. Danny's just trying to like bash Jordan's nose with his shoulder. It looks like he's like push.
Jordan's like, get off me.
Yeah, I think Daniel Americana'd me either in this day of footage or. But yeah, side control. I feel like side control offers a lot of stuff, so it's a good position to be in for a lot of the same things you're saying. Yeah. So second round with Ben.
Is this? Oh, I was gonna say this is round 2 with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little less nimble at this point, getting kind of tired. And Ben brings the heat. We got Daniel and Luke going at it again as well for their round 2. Daniel looks to be going for straight ankle attacks here. Luke characteristically seems unfazed. Oh.
He's got like a double leg configuration.
Like calf slicer, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Daniel's going to tap to anything here.
Where are you two? Oh, you guys are all the way over. You just finished something on him. What was it?
Speaking
Straight
of
arm.
mount. Yeah, actually, that's to continue the mount and side control conversation. I mean, Cole's a good example of somebody who has
he
definitely
mount.
developed a game in mount, centered around arm attacks primarily, and the entrances to them, you know, namely bugging the neck or the head, or just getting there, like getting an arm isolated earlier on a sweep attempt, or not an attempt, on a sweep, and then finishing it when he gets up there. Daniel really trying to send this ankle lock. He's got good elbow position. Luke's moving.
There,
what was that?
Luke's got a pretty strong boot going. You could see that his foot is flexed all the way up and through the armpit. It's going to be difficult for Daniel to finish with the leg in that configuration.
Yeah,
you need the foot bent, flat out.
Yeah. Daniel, to your question, yes. I need to look at this overtie snap real quick.
It's lei jitsu.
So I'm gonna put this out there for everybody to use against me. I'm having trouble with my overtie snaps now. I think you guys are getting really good at defending them, and I think one of the things I'm doing that leaves me open to counters here is this lead leg of mine. Mike and I had a good discussion about this yesterday, but I go for these snaps and I kind of get out of the way. Like I step this leg back so that you have somewhere to go. But in doing that, people will, get this arm free. They'll bear hug my waist or like take a tight waist grip and then lower their level. And all of a sudden they're on my back. I'm losing this position all the time. So do that to me relentlessly. So I can learn to do these better. I think I know what the answer is now, even for the overtie, but I also have a few other options I want to play with. But yeah, if I catch you in an overtie and my foot position is bad, you should punish me for it. Yeah, I know. We're gonna skip it. I want to see what you did to Peters. And
that was terrible.
I honestly felt like Ben maybe, again, I don't want to take anything away, but like I feel like he gave me this one. I got his leg, and he just like went down. Maybe he was ready to go to the ground, but I was like, all right, okay. I don't know if Ben left his leg there and I got lucky, or if it was what it was, but I tried to take advantage. Anytime I could get a top position on Ben, I try to keep it as long as I possibly can. Daniel climbing the body here, getting to the chair sit back take, but Luke gives him some trouble with this planted foot. Daniel's having a hard, or a tougher time getting to the angle he needs because of that. Luke's kind of basically basing out, and Luke sees his opportunity for escape. Okay, I thank you for the feedback, because I didn't know for sure, and I was like, oh, are we like starting to flow now or what? But that makes more sense if there was something you were looking for.
You're in on an arm here.
I am, but like I lose this position a lot where I'm basically in a rear triangle and I'm getting stacked out of it. And then Ben takes it all the way right here with his hand post, just pops everything off, and I'm like, well, there goes that, and now I'm gonna get smashed for the remainder of the round.
We did something like that today, didn't we? Or was that
yes,
with Danny?
I think.
Okay.
I think we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like just picked my leg open and got out of it. That's another position I need to like revisit and work on. I get there from like, just want to look at, so like right here, there's no reason. Like there was a time, I think, when you and I started going over this position when we were like blue belts or purple belts. If I got here on you or anybody else at that time, I was finishing it. And then now we've like we've really started to we've gotten more comfortable here and in fighting our way out of it. And I mean, Ben is a great example of that. He's kind of slowly takes his time, splits my legs here, keeps himself safe, doesn't like make any stupid moves with his arm to like get it attacked, and then when he sees the opportunity, he opens up the legs and is able to get out. And I need to work on shutting that down more.
What were you looking for, Cole? What did we miss?
Oh, did we miss it? Oh, he had a really good exchange with Andre, apparently. I wonder if it was here. Okay, yeah, we'll look here.
Oof. Yeah. Nice.
Keeping it moving, yeah. That's interesting.
That was a Tani Itoshi.
Yeah.
Here. You have to be very careful with this, Cole.
I can't really zoom in.
I mean, it's a good
there.
takedown. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much behind him. His hips are behind him.
He's behind the leg. Yeah, no, that's a good call, Matt. So here, Cole, you're doing the right thing. Your hips are behind the knee. What happens a lot, so this is called a Tani Itoshi. And normally what happens is your head is in front of Andre, like at his chest. And what a lot of people do when they rush through this takedown is they go side on with the knee, meaning that they like are completely perpendicular. Their hips are perpendicular to their partner's hips. And when they sink down to drive their partner backwards towards the partner's back, they hip into the knee in a lateral motion, and it can cause a lot of damage to the side of the knee. But here, you're behind them, which is the right way to think about doing a Tani Itoshi, and that helps lift the knee up so that it doesn't buckle.
Yeah, you sit into the knee and then you slide down the leg and sit on their ankle, and everything just gets bad from there.
But it's a Tani Itoshi if you want to look it up.
But yeah, that was so good takedown, Cole, and then like it didn't lead to what you wanted, which looked like was the back. Andre starts to turn out of this, gets his chest pointed down to the mat, and then you take him back in the other direction and say, all right, I'll settle for mount instead. It was really nice.
Good.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
Yeah,
to have that kind of control. That's awesome.
You're a good training partner.
Yep.
That's why you're the perp daddy. Thank you for reminding me to look at that. Yeah, this eventually turns into primarily a survival round with Danny, and that's another example of what's going on with my my overtie snaps failing me. That time, shit. I mean, seeing it now, like, I didn't even have. I was fighting a grip fight here. That might be it. If I'm not fighting that grip fight, then and I could get that this arm under control, then I'm normally pretty good. But here, this is just a stupid, desperate move on my part. Now Danny can get behind me. I didn't want to go into the legs. Danny get my posture broken down.
Luke and Ben.
What was that?
Luke and Ben. And then me and David.
Ben getting by Luke's guard here. Smashing the knees together.
Luke turtles up, and then Ben goes for the back take.
I can't remember which knee is giving Luke trouble, but he's got like right here, this left, Luke's left leg heel starts to come to his butt. I'm curious if he pulls that across because it was uncomfortable for him or what. Regardless, it's a guard pass. That's all that matters, or that's all that should matter. And now Ben getting a little up top heavy with no hooks in. This could be a little dangerous. Yeah. And Luke doing to Ben what Ben kind of just did to me. But now trying to sit in a cross ashi. Speaking of cross ashi, I get Danny here. And he does a great job smashing out of it. I was pretty pissed.
That was false reap.
Yeah. Throw the false reap in. Try to lift him. It's a little bit harder these days. But I end up getting my triangle on his leg somewhere around here, and then he like settles into this position where he's got my arm trapped. I'm just kind of covering my face up, trying to prevent any uncomfortable cross facing, and smashes his way forward into mount, which was very, very nice on his part. And then here, my neck is still feeling this pressure. I almost didn't train today because I was like, I don't want my neck to hurt anymore. But Danny's shoulder pressure there as I was trying to turn out a mount was pretty tremendous.
That was a really slick leg entrance from Luke.
Yeah.
Can you go back?
What happened there?
It was actually at De La Hiva. It was funny because I was just telling Danny that De La Hiva is not a very common place for you to get leg entrances, but here Luke finds it, and it's as Ben rolls out of this to try and protect from the back take.
He switches
Luke
legs.
His legs. Yep.
And goes 50-50.
50-50. Yep.
So, I mean, to your point, though, with what you're saying with Danny, like, a 50-50 is not the best spot to be as far as leg entanglements go.
Sure.
But it's still a leg entrance. Ooh, that was he got a good turn on Ben's leg there.
He did. Now he's an outside or straight ashi, however you want to say it.
He elbows across.
Yep.
And Ben has to turn in the direction his toes are pointing at this point.
Yep.
I can't see what kind of grip Luke has on the leg. I don't know if Ben, if you could inform us or not, if he went heel hook or straight ankle.
And
Luke gets a tap though.
Could be either one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to retain the back on David here, and he
Both.
was not both. He was not having any of this. He did a really good job here. Yep. I was trying to throw my leg over.
A little panda guard action, a la Mitchell. Panda guard isn't real. Don't practice it. I got you. Okay. Yeah, my round from here out basically just turns into me surviving while Danny smashes my face. I think there's one brief moment where I escape, take top position, and then end up getting swept or something. Luke back in on a similar leg position here. Almost looks like he's trying to scissor sweep though. You made your way to a head and arm.
Katagatame, yeah. Yeah, we actually had to switch arms, so I set it up on his other arm, and that shoulder was bothering him, so we switched. So we go through, and then as he starts to turtle, I just send my control arm all the way deep to the far to his neck actually, and then I make the connection, right? And so he's like, "Can we switch arms?" Yeah. So we switch, and then I'm setting it up, working on getting my head in a good position. I like to get my shoulder under the armpit, and so I wasn't feeling it until then. You'll see me move. Like once I find it, then I made the grip, and now I'm starting to work up, setting in the strangle, and then I'm driving up the body to get his shoulder up nice and high, and I get the finish.
Nice. Luke in kind of a fake omoplata looking position here.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, gets the arm extended.
He likes to get the arm. Yeah, he likes to get the Udegatame from there.
And I'm still fighting like hell to get to an elbow escape. That's what I'm looking for here. There I captured Danny's ankle. And notice how diligent I'm being about my elbow position.
Not get your back taken.
Yep. So there I've captured the knee. Danny's doing a great job controlling my head, which is making it really hard for me to do anything with that. But he makes a little error there in his hip movement. I'm able to go out the back. What was that? So as we get, he like slides his knee across, and that was it. That was kind of the beginning of the end.
He didn't have the underhook when he tried to hit the knee cut. That's
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah.
So he tried to leg ride and hit a knee cut pass across the top hip, and you could see that his right arm is over top of the shoulder, so he has no underhook. And then this is where Matt can just
I get my underhook.
get the underhook here. Yep. Danny knew he messed up right there.
He did. He said it. He said it when it was happening.
Yeah.
I like how he switches though. So like if he kept trying to like turtle up from here,
You could track him.
yeah, turn his chest down to the mat, he takes his weight off of me when he does that, and I could easily follow him and advance my position. Instead, he dives his shoulders that way and tries to get to a different angle, basically get across me, even if his back is to my chest. And now it makes it a little bit harder for me to get out of there. I think looking at this now, I should have trusted this leg entanglement I have, maybe even throw up a triangle on the leg, and then work to like a crossbody ride, and then make my way to the back. Instead, I looks like I try to start scrambling out, getting up, and that's probably a bit more energy intensive than staying at trying to attempt the crossbody ride. There's the overtie again. Giving him my lead leg on that side. Keeping my posture way too low. Double leg, but can't get the turn. He whips me down by my neck so hard there. I turtle up. And just get back down. Really good job with the power half here. Kind of this is like the Japanese necktie. If you guys care to look up that setup, this can be used by guys with shorter arms on their way to a darce. Here Danny is using it for control. I don't think he whips me down quite as hard again. But yeah, okay, yeah, we round ends. Yeah, Danny had a very dominant round, that one. And then we get to watch Daniel Like, toss me here. Got you and Luke going in on leg lock shootouts. So Daniel with an overtie. Moving me. Tries to hit a Diashi. What's bad sports, man? So worried about my my right knee there. Reason being, not that I don't trust Daniel with takedowns, but this position Daniel has me in, if I plant my right foot and Daniel just steps in front of it and then uses that whizzer, if I'm planted on that right foot, it's happened to me before, like the knee hyperextends and it just really sucks. So this is why you see me start hopping. I'm really favoring this leg and kind of driving into Daniel's hip to avoid that takedown. It's basically like a no-gi Taiotoshi, if you care to look that up. But I'm preventing him from stepping in front of that leg, leaning forward into him, which he could probably take full advantage of in a number of other ways. But at the very least, I'm not getting that leg taken. And then he just picks me up and puts me down. But I get the last laugh. He's like, yeah, right. Good luck, Playboy. And I'm like, cool story, bro. Here, I don't have an angle for a knee bar, obviously. Like if I extend Daniel's knee, there's no fulcrum at it. Normally it's going to be your hips or your stomach. So I'm really focusing on controlling the foot now and not losing that. So I'm grabbing the heel and the toe line until I can get to a better angle. There I briefly think about maybe, toe hold or some sort of attempt. Daniel's also going on counter leg locks. But now, with this grip on the heel, I'm starting to get him to turn. I'm using his foot like a steering wheel and trying to turn him. So now I get him to move. Now his knee is pointing into my hip. He's about to tap. There, I switch to a lat arm bars, or I'm sorry, a lat knee bar. Here, he's just about out. I'm probably just jamming my cup into his kneecap, which, in all fairness, tap to that too. But then once, I'm kind of fully extended. Once I get to this lat position, though, he says, yeah, you got that. Lei Jitsu 100%. Yeah, Danny being on my neck, very bad sportsmanship. What is this? What is this, Lei Jitsu? I'm like, oh, another knee bar opportunity, but Daniel doesn't stick around for that one.
Yeah, he sprawls his legs back.
Yeah. And then goes on to smash. He's got Luke on, trying to dig in on a leg on you.
Yeah, he gets one or two on me here. It's going to be my left leg. So once he scoops that, this one's tight.
Ooh, with the big reap too.
Yeah.
Looks like he's really giving you time to think about some decisions you've made.
I got out of that one somehow.
Yeah, you just attacked, or like you took the reaping leg off, right here.
Yeah, it's.
And I don't know what you were doing to it, but he thought it would be the right idea to start switching to the other leg.
So it's funny because so he actually was either worried about me pummeling my right leg in. So like once, I don't know if you can go back. I don't know if it makes sense to go back, but once I strip his reaping leg off, my left leg is in an okay, not a terrible position because it's not really in danger, right? I don't have.
He doesn't have your hip under control.
Exactly. So if I'm able to pummel my right leg in his, underneath his leg, I can start attacking since he's very committed onto that side. And I don't know whether Luke was he probably was just going to try and switch legs to attack that one, but he also could have been worried that I could pummel back in and then attack his top leg, because then we would be in mutual ashi, and whoever is attacking the top leg in mutual ashi generally wins that game.
Yeah. Daniel, are you talking about me specifically, or how, tell people how you in general shouldn't lay still with Neon Belly? Because I definitely don't. Neon Belly used to, I mean, when I started, me specifically, or just in general? I guess it doesn't matter, right? It's the same thing. I'll just say what I like to do here. Neon Belly used to be really scary because it's such an uncomfortable position. But as Daniel goes to set this up, the only person who doesn't, yeah, yeah, no, because it sucks, and I ate it for a long time, and I don't like the taste of it. So, all I'm looking to do in Neon Belly is it sounds so stupid to say, but I'm looking to clear the knee off of my stomach. The way you do that, biggest rule numero uno, is do not put your hand on the knee. People, if let's say in this case Daniel, let's try to get a good frame. We'll say right here. Let's pretend like I'm flat. I've kind of given a bit of early prevention for this one, getting to a position I want to be in, which is on my side, not flat on my back. But if I'm flat, Daniel's got his knee on my stomach or my sternum. In this case, my left arm should not touch Daniel's knee. When it does, I give Daniel the opportunity for underhooks, right? I make a big hole right here, and he can just jam an underhook in and start attacking my arm. Quick spin around armbar, Kimuras, Darces are that's a fantastic place to start attacking Darces. Neon Belly, they post on your knee, shoot in the Darce. Instead, I take my bottom hand typically, which I don't think you'll see me do here just because of the position I'm in. Actually, let's see if I do it. I take my bottom hand, I think I'm doing it now, and I grab the ankle instead, and I look to trap the ankle. From that ankle trap, I can start to get to work. This is normally when the knee slides off my body and hits the ground, because I'm on my side now, so they can't post their knee and their weight on my torso. Now I have an ankle trapped. I can wrestle up from here. I can go to tight weights. I can, everything I like to do out of like bottom half guard, I can start to do here. Daniel's really, he's going to control, I think Daniel does a good job controlling my shoulder line here, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't get to wrestle up like I usually do, but I'm not eating that Neon Belly and suffering under that position and making stupid mistakes because I'm suffering. So I hope that gives you guys some clarity. If you feel like you're getting stuck there, don't touch the knee, trap the ankle instead, and then get to work. If you and your opponent are closer in weight, there are also opportunities to try to get them off balance. And from that off balancing, you could enter into heel hooks, actually. You're not going to see a good example of me doing that, so there's no point in me like trying to show it or talk through it. So just don't make stupid mistakes and touch the knee. Daniel doing a good job here running to the back, though. Even though I shook the Neon Belly and I've started to try to get my guard back here. Daniel does what Daniel do and goes to north-south and manages to keep my legs out of the equation. What else we got? David and Ben. David's been here for a minute now trying to get by Ben's guard. Ben's been good at shutting him down. See, right there again, I'm starting to turn to my side to shake the knee off the body, and you could see my hand immediately go to Daniel's ankle to try to capture it between my legs. He's really basing out on it, so it's hard for me to sneak my shin under the knee, under his ankle right now, but that's my full intention at this point. And it's not working, but I've gotten my hips out and I can turtle back up. I could have sworn you were going to try to, like, anaconda me here. Big turn from Bin. Let's see how
Yeah,
that
what
got
was
set up.
that?
David
Oh, he
just...
got his...
I mean, David started to get by the legs. He's in close guard here for a second. Bin goes
like a
like...
Yoko Sumigashi. That's what it was, I think.
Yeah, Bin
Or
goes
sweep.
kind of K guard a little bit.
Yep. And then turn and lift.
David's not in a bad spot here. I mean, like even off the wing sweep, David's kind of past that right now. I think Bin just gets a really good bridge out of this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, okay.
He gets
This
David's
is
head tucked. It's that forearm on the back of the head.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah. He keeps the forehead, or I'm sorry, the arm. He keeps the head low with his forearm, and David's hips continue to rise as Bin gives him a push, but as David's trying to climb up the body, Bin just kind of keeps him going. That was really, really good, opportunistic, like late time sweep. Yeah, I had a feeling, Daniel. It's like, I don't want this to happen. I mean, how did I even get out of that? So you were... Was I just able to turn and... Oh, I get my arm free. I think I go up over your head. And we're just in like a headlock dogfight or something. No? Okay. I kind of think you were letting me work here. If I'm being honest. I know you know how to scramble out of this shit and not let me hold you down. Did Luke get that ankle on you?
I think he did. My left. This was the reason why my ankle's been hurting all day.
Yeah, heel hook. That's a good heel hook. He's got your toes really pointed.
I don't know if that was a heel hook. I think it was a straight ankle, if I'm not mistaken. He goes back for the heel hook, but it wound up being a straight ankle, just with the lat.
Okay, so
It's
almost like I mean, damn. If that's the case, if he has an Achilles grip here, then he's got much more.
Never mind. I'm thinking of today. No, this one was a heel hook. Yeah.
Yeah. God, Daniel was so dead here. Doesn't even know it. So lucky the clock ran out. Trying to work my snap down there, which David can't see it, but what you guys can notice is that grip. You see my hand isn't on the neck. I'm just kind of pushing in towards him, and then I try to hit a quick change of direction right there. I get the snap, but I don't get his hands to the mat or anything, so there's nothing to follow up on. You know, when I start spamming snap downs at the end of the hour, that I'm absolutely tired,
exhausted. Yeah.
I'm not gonna shoot on you. I don't think I could finish a shot if I wanted to at that point. David gets a really good turn here, though, I think. Or at least he started to.
I wanted this regard so bad.
Did he throw you yet?
Not yet. It's coming. We were discussing whether or not that was 3 seconds for him to establish the pass.
Danny gets on a standing guillotine here and takes Ben down with it. I think it's the finish.
I don't know, Daniel. I think that might have been 3 seconds. I think you got the pass. I was still happy with the regard, but
well,
that's what I was looking for.
It's 3 seconds and at least 75% of the back on the ground for 3 seconds.
You're going for ADCC.
Yeah, I don't see it for 3 seconds. I don't see the see. I'd say this. So.
Oh, control. I forget that's what IBJJF says. Yeah, I don't know.
What's IBJJF?
Depends on the ref.
Yeah, yeah, or the competitor.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it at that.
But then from here out, that was the only thing that I had to show. I went up, and then he was like, "Nope, nope, good thought, but you're not taking my back from there." Switch. That actually was really good. So can you go back? I went to go take the back, and on most people, I still get this. I hug the arm. I'm able to send his arm in. I go for an arm drag. I reach over the body, and I'm not able to, like, I'm almost able to get my chest behind his shoulder, but not quite. So he pummels his left arm right there for that underhook and just puts me right back down. It's like, yeah, good try. But no, I mean, as subtle as that pummel is, I mean, that's exactly what he needed to do. Otherwise, I would have had the back. And then there's the pass.
Danny's on a reverse triangle. That was interesting.
Oh, but I turtled. Forgot about that.
Danny does some funky
What is
stuff
this?
here.
Oh.
Ah, man. So Danny and I talked about this like
Pulled into
years
the reverse
ago.
triangle.
Yeah, the entry to the reverse triangle from standing. Danny dusted that off. That was nice, man. So, switches from a guillotine, like a front headlock, to a reverse collar tie. And then with that, he's gonna have to scoop this left leg up Bin's body and capture the arm, while the right leg comes over the head. And he gets it. That was really slick. I forgot all about that. Now I want to hit it on him. Yeah, the problem with this, though, like as far as why Bin isn't tapping right now, is Danny's knee position. So the knee is behind Bin's head. If it was closer to Bin's right ear, like on the level of like his ear line right here, preferably below it, Bin would be tapping or unconscious. Danny's trying to get to get an angle to get his legs there, but that's tough to do. Bin,
He needs to be parallel. He needs to be parallel with Bin in order to get the knee in the proper position.
Yeah, he just about got there
when he scooped the leg.
Yeah, if you can like get a hug on the waist, like right here, Danny's almost at the place to get it. I don't know why he's pushing himself away. Here would be better to just like hug Bin around the waist, adjust his legs as needed. Yeah, good awareness from Bin. That was slick, man. I forgot all about that move.
Well, you said that Daniel doesn't like to take the back, and he took my back right here.
Maybe your back defense sucks, man.
It does, apparently.
How does he set it up here?
I turtled because I didn't want the guard pass. And I would have preferred to have him on my back, but then when he got this side-on position with me, so he goes in, he crosses his legs, and he goes side-on like this, I was really worried about the mount that was going to come out of this, because I felt safe, like I didn't feel like I was going to get strangled.
Right.
But since he had his feet crossed, when he rotated up into a mount, I was going to be hard-pressed to get him off.
Little kip out here. You have an opportunity. Yeah. There it is.
I like that in fast motion. Fluttering feet.
So see what Oh, I think yeah, I think Daniel hits, or I'm sorry, David hits me with like a Maki Komi there. I was like, why did I somersault? But really, David initiated all that. And then I start looking for a wrong way triangle. And what happened there?
Ezekiel.
Oh, Ezekiel. Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Embarrassing. How you haven't trained in a while, huh? You're losing everything.
I tried to get his chest off. When I went to go get his chest off, I left enough room for him to sneak in his forearm, and he smashed his forearm across my throat. And I was like, "Yep, I'm not getting out of that one."
David hits me with a second Maki Komi, but I managed to keep a decent angle and get to the back. Something, since we're talking back week, I want you guys to play around with this. And this is something that I had a realization about yesterday. You always hear me complain about you guys shutting down my straitjacket approach, right? Like where I hit the arm trap with that top leg. You'll see me do it here in a second. Right, I get there, I can go on to then trap the arm with the David's arm with my bottom arm and go on the strangle. The reason, or a reason why that gets shut down all the time and I don't get the arm trap is you guys are really good about keeping your arms up high. So if you find yourself having trouble getting to that position, one thing I'm trying, again, it's probably going to fail now that I'm telling you all this, but I get everything I need to get to the position I want. That starts with this cross-side grip on the wrist. So I'm grabbing David's top arm with my underhooking bottom arm. All those things need to be true for what I'm about to say. I grab the top arm with my underhooking bottom arm. Now, people bring their elbow up and they try to keep me from stepping over it. That's fine. What I do with my top arm, my strangle arm, is I bug the shit out of the head. I start reaching under the nose, trying to open up the neck with my forearm, cross-facing, everything I could do to give you the strangle to think about. I just want you focusing on the strangle. The whole time I'm doing that, I'm not going to get the strangle. I know I'm not, but what I am doing is keeping slow downward pressure on the arm. And then once I feel that arm drop below your pec line, then I know I can step over for the leg. So that's what you'll see me do here. I've got what I need for the grip. I immediately start to bug the face because David's going to try to keep his arm high. So here, cross-facing. I see that, or I feel that arm drop real low. See, David's trying to keep it up, but I bug the face. David forgets about the arm, and I that's really the only thing I'm thinking about. Then I could step in and take it. So if you're having trouble, if your opponent's keeping it up high, get everything you need for it, keep steady downward pressure on it, and then just cross-face, lever with the nose, all that stuff. They tend to forget about that arm position eventually. Just not to Danny when he snored. Yeah.
Were you the big spoon, Cole?
Yeah, you have
had his back the whole time.
You have to be the big spoon there. Oh, big throw.
That was a nice throw.
On the wrestle up too. Again, trying to take the back off that arm drag. Daniel fishes in the underhook.
I knew right here. I was like, oh, I'm going for a ride.
Yep, you're like, let me just hug the back. Don't base out.
Yep.
Nice move, Daniel. Oh yeah, and then eventually, I end up getting the strangle on David. So yeah, I hope all that makes sense, because it definitely helped me. Like this training day in particular, I kind of refocused on how to approach that straitjacket method and was getting immediate results. So I think we all know, dude. Oh, Danny with some funky shit. Moose feel big, then watch him, and Need to throw with bigger arches. Oh, dude,
No, please don't. Please do not.
every move that I think is cool, when I see it on stream, I'm like, oh, that's not as cool as I thought. And then I hype it up like it is anyway. Coop getting right after Danny. Love to see it. Me just trying to catch my breath before the round clock turns green.
If it makes you feel any better, Daniel, it felt pretty big to me when you were throwing me.
It's big to me, damn it. Alright, Cooper trying to collect an arm for that rear triangle. Danny not sticking around to find out what happens next.
Daniel with the over tie on David. I don't think David liked that setup.
I don't know what happened there.
I don't either.
So Danny's got Coop's knee captured, has him in an electric chair position. Danny's just dusting off all the old moves. Cooper, though, with the triangle entry. And Daniel just about gets the toss.
Yeah, trying to follow it up, chasing it down with a shot.
It's a good scramble from David to maintain his hips down and the sprawl.
No, that was, yeah.
Coop get the triangle there. There we go. Got something. Y'all need to tuck
Coop,
your damn rash guards.
You need to pummel your legs to the inside there. I don't want you giving people a double inside position.
Yeah.
No good. Danny coming up for the Darce.
I like that Cooper and Danny are training here, and Danny's sitting and hitting Darces. Like, I think Danny could give Cooper a lot of good advice on all forms of Katagatame, Darces, Anacondas, the regular Katagatame, as well as like triangle work, which I don't know. I don't think Danny, other than that rear or reverse triangle we saw him hit earlier, he hasn't been hitting triangles lately. But I feel like they were an early thing for him that he was getting good at.
I don't remember him hitting a lot of triangles other than the reverse.
Maybe I'm mixing it up, but like Darce's, Katagatames have always been his bread and butter, and I think he could probably hit some really good triangles.
Anacondas. He used to hit anacondas like crazy.
Yeah.
I have not. But he goes to the Darce now. I think he sees the Darce a lot more.
Yeah. I feel like you could hit it from everywhere. Or like just more positions than you can with an anaconda.
Yeah, I mean half guard you can attack half guard with a Darce. You can't attack it with an anaconda.
Right. Cooper doing good here though. Onto the back. Let's see how he got there real quick. Starts riding high. Okay, and then comes over the back. Danny gets has both his arms across Cooper's body. Cooper takes advantage.
Daniel going for the standing guard break. Put down, but keeping his knees. Yep. That's literally like that's what we talk about a lot with the standing guard break. Is as long as you're prepared to get back up, you pinch your knees, make sure that your legs are in a good spot, and then you get up. Then worst case scenario, you get back into closed guard. Best case scenario is you pass the guard, right?
Yeah, or enter the legs.
Submit with a leg lock. Yeah.
Ooh, straight arm attempt from Coop, but he decides to take the sweep instead. But Danny's got that butterfly hook in, so it's going to give Cooper some trouble.
What just happened with Daniel and David?
Who cares? Looks like David's shoulder hurting a bit.
Yep.
Might have been a little forearm pressure from Daniel on the neck.
Oh, okay.
Remember, Daniel, back in the ancient times when we did gi, Daniel had a savage paper cutter from 360 degrees, all angles, every which way. I feel like he likes to throw in a little forearm pressure from time to time in no gi.
Yeah.
Man, with Mike too much, tap into it. That's, you know, it's funny, man. That's another thing that, like, speaking of your knee on belly question earlier, Daniel, you're going to prove me wrong next time we train probably, but, like, I can't say I've tapped to a paper cutter, like a no-gi paper cutter, in a very long time, if ever. Like, that's a position you have to eat, just like knee on belly, to, like, have it be miserable. And, like, you just have to, like, address it and, like, turn your body and you can get out of it. So, yeah, when people get caught in there, it's like, oh, come on, you don't have to be there. Like, yeah, it doesn't work. Like, you can turn the corner. The paper cutter is like, it needs the gi, you know. It's almost like the baseball bat choke, which Steven loves to do, the no gi baseball bat choke.
Oh yeah.
But even that, like the paper cutter, you know, your grip is what, you know, I guess that's like where the fulcrum is. With the baseball bat choke in no-gi, you at least can do this. You can't do that with a paper cutter. Now we got these two jokers shoving. Cole's putting on a show for everybody. Let's fast forward. Attempt at the pinch headlock. Cole sits to guard. I mean, same game. Sits to guard. Butterfly sweep. Shoulder owies maybe. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And this is what Cole does to me. Gets my posture broken down and then keeps it broken down. Goes over the top. And slowly breaks down the position.
See what he does from here.
Making his way around the back. Nice and slow, controlled. Not giving David an opportunity to just stick an arm up and shut it down. Does he get the hook in? He's got one hook in.
Gotta roll through.
We know Cole's been looking for a belly down position quite a lot lately. So he gets the turn. There we go. Body triangle. Now Cole throwing on some pressure up top, but David doing similar to what he does with me. He was keeping the arms up high, grip fighting. Good job attacking that body triangle.
With the legs.
Yeah, exactly. Not panicking and using your arms. That's where everything goes wrong. And working to get his hips misaligned. So that now Cole has to transition. Looked like maybe some more
Shoulder.
Yeah, if I had to
Yeah,
guess.
because he had an underhook on that left side.
Yeah.
I don't know. Never mind.
Yeah, no, he touches his shoulder there. I think he's. I mean, David, don't hurt yourself. I trust that he's careful training, but for the number of times I've seen him point at his shoulder, I don't want him having to take a bunch of time off. Cole nicely attacking the other shoulder. And going for, I think, your preferred version of the shoulder crunch.
Yep.
Really nice example of it. David doesn't have a base on this side, but he can anticipate that Cole would take him to that side. So he would do something like Bin would do, which is like, big cartwheel jump over the guard. But Cole doesn't have to take him to that side. He can take him to this side instead.
Yeah, you can get a lot of lift.
Yeah.
With that shoulder jacked up on your shoulder.
And then keeping that arm extended as he gets to mount, going on for the attack. Very nice. Cole encouraging him to work some mount escapes here. So we see an elbow escape. He's captured the ankle, just about captured the knee. Yeah. That arm isn't going to do much underhooking from there.
They need to be on his hips.
Yeah, I'd rather see you framing across the hip. Yeah, Cole just takes advantage of it. Got 20 seconds left. See if David can secure a pass. David really likes to smash the knees together and climb the body. It's kind of like Luke loves to do. There, he's got the opportunity.
Going up for the
I feel like that's I feel like that's David's pass. David's pass. It's a good one that works for him.
Agreed.
Cool. We did it, guys. The dynamic duo back at it again. Mike looks like he's about to pass out.
Oh yeah, I'm exhausted.
Cool. Good to have you back on the stream, man.
Yeah, good to be back.
You won't be here Monday or Wednesday, right?
Nah,
Yeah.
I'll be back next Sunday.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate you, bro.
Thanks.
If you guys are lurking, hit that follow button. If you're following and you like what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button as well. Use your Twitch Prime. Support the stream. We always appreciate it when you guys do that. Support over at YouTube as well, where we will post this for you guys to review at your will. Naga in November seems to be the one people are talking about right now. So let's start planning now. If you guys want to compete, come talk to us. Come talk to Luke. Talk to Bertram. We'll get you guys squared away. Make sure you're up to date on all the rules, and get you ready for the comp. So we always have fun doing that. Let us know what you want to do. We're gonna try to get a whole squad going, so it could be a good time. What else? We're finishing up back mount this week. You got anything, my man?
I don't think so. I won't be there, but bring your questions to class. We're more than happy to go over them with you.
Right on. Cool. All right, guys. Well, go trim your nails and do your laundry, and don't be stinky. And we'll see you back on the mats. Take it easy.
Later.